Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tara and I like to make videos about digital planning and ways to get creative with your iPad. What you're looking at right now is my monthly setup for June. So I did a plan with me video for that I released just a few days ago. If you want to see my process for that, you can find the link in the cards up here in the corner. But for today's video, we are actually going to go to our weekly plan with me. So let's go to the first week of June. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my editing toolbar. And I'm going to grab my sticker pack here, and this is the one that I plan on using. So this is the third one in my sticker sets. I really love these colors. I just think they are so gorgeous. So I cannot wait to be using these. I'm obsessed with this rainbow, so I think this one is a definite must. But let's go ahead and jump in. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to start by doing the heading, but I have a plan here. I'm going to use these mandalas. So I'm going to grab my lasso tool here and I'm just going to make sure that images are turned on, and I'm going to grab actually all 8 of these mandalas here. I'm going to copy them. I'm going to bring them back over here and paste them. I'm going to come back to my sticker pack and I'm going to grab this June sticker. I'm going to copy and paste it. Now usually my first step is blocking everything off, but I actually want to use this blue box that's here as a guide for my placement for everything else in the heading. So I'm just going to start by grabbing my image tool and then bringing this June lettering up here and sizing it to a cute size. I do want it to be a little bit oversized, and I like the way that the J kind of fits here into the corner. It's like a cute little puzzle. So that's where I'm going to put that. And now I'm just going to take each of these mandalas and I'm going to kind of start placing them around. Oh, they sort of look like fireworks. Am I gonna have to do mandalas in July too? I'm just gonna move that over a little bit and this over a little. And I think that balances things out pretty nicely. So now in here, what I'm gonna do is I want to make this a corner. So I'm gonna crop this. So I want it, I can see kind of in between this yellow. I'm actually gonna make that straight just so it's easier to crop. So for me to remember, I want it to be kind of like, what direction is this? West, southwest? Is that right? Oh my gosh, this is what, like 4th grade stuff and I don't even know it. I think it's west, southwest. Anyway, I'm gonna remember that. So we're gonna cut off at like west, southwest, and it's just gonna come up here and through over to the other side. So I'm just gonna tap and then I'm going to crop this. So west, southwest would have been like about here. And I think that looks pretty accurate. You can still kind of see here if you need a little reference. And I'm just gonna move this into that corner now. All right, and then this, I'm just gonna have to kind of eyeball. I am gonna move it over to the side though and kind of use that little lesson we just learned. So if I have it on the side and I tap crop, I can still kind of see where I want it to go. So I can tell I kind of want it sort of in the middle of this maroon color. Maybe just a little smaller. And I'm just gonna line that up. All right, and then I'm gonna do the same thing here. And then this one, let's use our directions again. So this corner, so just under the pink, that's just north of east, southeast. Okay, we're gonna crop that. So here's my east, southeast. So I think it's like about here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, obviously, but we're just gonna line up that corner. And I think it got bigger, so I'm just gonna resize it a little. Okay, and I think that worked out really well. And I know it looks crazy right now, so what we're gonna do is just lasso all of this together. And we're gonna cut it. And now we're gonna come to the wonderful elements that I have that are pre-programmed to fit this space really well. And just gonna resize this. Perfect. And now we're just going to tap and paste this right where it's supposed to go. Oh my gosh, I love these mandalas, but they really do feel like fireworks. Oh, I feel like this was a mistake. I should have done this next month. Okay, and then I am gonna keep these. I just wanna move them to the side for future use. So we're just going to move them up here just for now. And I'm going to use another little hack from previous weeks to save time, which is using this sticker that I made in Procreate forever ago. If you're somebody that doesn't use Procreate though, and you would like access to this, anytime that I use Procreate, I'm going to start uploading just PNGs. I had a realization during my last video that maybe not everybody who uses Goodnotes is also interested in using Procreate. I'm still going to continue to include those in my plan with me videos because I think it's an excellent way to get creative. But from here on out, I will always have an alternative option. So for today's video, if you don't use Procreate or you simply just don't have the energy to make this on your own, not that it takes that much time, but you know, it's just one extra thing. I will leave a link to a PNG that you can download and install if you want to use this in your planner. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my sticker pack and I'm going to scroll to this beautiful one. And I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to come to Procreate and I'm going to swipe down with 3 fingers and paste and allow paste. And then I'm just going to size this to fill the space. And mine's on uniform, so it's maintaining that same rectangle. But if you want to be able to adjust this and have more control over like how much is yellow and how much is pink, you can always turn it on freeform and then you have the freedom to do whatever you want. I feel like I like it more pink. Okay, so I'm happy with that. And if the 3-finger swipe isn't working for you, I'll show you how to change that in your settings. So just come to the wrench icon, go to preferences, and then you're just going to come down to gesture controls. We're gonna tap copy and paste, and then you can turn on 3-finger swipe. Or you can use any of these other shortcuts. I personally like the 3-finger swipe, so that resolves that issue. I don't remember if this came as a default or not, so if it's not working for you, that's how you can fix that. Anyway, let's come back here and 3-finger swipe down, and then we're just going to copy all. So we're just gonna come back here, and if yours doesn't look like mine, make sure that your pasted image is above the design. So you can see here, I actually have 3 here from previous months. So we've got this new one. We have this one from I think like maybe January. Maybe this one is from January. Maybe you guys remember better than I do. But regardless, these are from different months. And so I don't have to keep these here. I can just delete them. But basically that layer looks like this. I drew it out in black before. And then you would put the layer on top. And then if it shows up like this, then you just have to turn it into a clipping mask, and that's why it has to be above the layer that we're clipping it to. So you just hit clipping mask, and then there you have it, and you can swipe down and do the copy all. So I hope that makes sense. If not, I'll link the original video where I went through the whole process of this because I don't want to spend too much time on it. So let's go ahead and come back to our planner, tap and paste, and now what we're gonna have to do is just crop this. So we're gonna crop in pretty close to the edges. My only issue with doing this is that I find I just can't click around much. I had issues using this for a while because I'd end up with too many layers of like stickers and things on here. And so Goodnotes was just getting like so annoying to me every time I would try to click or write on something. So another little tip is basically one of the more recent updates that Goodnotes did. They made it so you could automatically just kind of, like if you were on the lasso tool and you tapped on an image, it would automatically grab the image. Or if you were on text, it would automatically grab the text. So it's very smart and I like the concept, but for the way that I do my planners, it actually makes things really difficult. So basically it would just keep you from having to come up here and press the image icon here in order to grab the image, or come to text in order to grab text. But like I said, it was doing too many smart actions when I didn't want it to, and so it was really causing issues for me. So if you also want to shut that off, I'll just show you how to do that real quick. Come up to these 3 dots, tap on Document Editing, and then where it says Object Selection, it says Image and Text Box. When activated, objects can be selected without switching tools. So it does seem like it's super nice and convenient, but it's actually very frustrating for me. So I shut it off. But that's where you do that if you're interested in also shutting yours off. All right, so moving on, let's go ahead and add in our dates. We have the 5th through the 11th this week. Copy and paste. I wish there was a better way to resize these. They literally go crooked every single time. Ah! This is also one of my biggest pet peeves. I have no idea why this is such a big problem. Oh, you just have to laugh about it though, right? I mean, what else are you gonna do? You can see so clearly, if I draw a straight line here, Look how crooked. All right, I'm done. Sorry. I think I rant about this probably every video. It drives me crazy. Luckily, you can't really tell when you move it into place, and you can sit here and adjust these to make them straight, but then odds are you're probably also going to resize them a little bit. So if you're okay with them not being a consistent size, then it's fine, but I prefer that mine's a consistent size. All right, so I'm gonna add this cute little water tracker, I think. So I'm gonna go about it a little bit differently than I usually do. So let's grab this peach. Let's paste this. And I'm just gonna give myself some extra freedom, grabbing the image tool. And I actually think that I might use 2 of those. So I'm gonna paste this again. I think I'm gonna want it over here, but we'll see. And I'm gonna move this down a little bit because I wanna put some cute washi tape on there. So I'm thinking I wanna do the fruit. So let's put the cute fruit on there, maybe in this dark color. Paste and just drag this over. I'm gonna come back to my sticker pack. I'm gonna grab these peach ones. I'm gonna copy them. I'm going to paste them. And let's just find this size that seems pretty good. Maybe like that. I'm just gonna place this up here because I know there's no layers in that space. And then I'm just going to straighten this out. So I'm gonna grab this. There we go. Perfect. And I can kind of use these numbers now as guides too. Might help me keep these kind of straight. So I'm just gonna paste. One more. I've just been really bad at tracking my water, so I don't know, maybe making a new little sticker will help. Anyway, we'll just lasso this and bring it down. I'm gonna tap resize. Okay, so then one thing I'm gonna do to help myself, you guys have seen me do this hack before, is I'll draw a line. And that's pretty close to the bottom. I'm not gonna stress about getting it super exact, but the important part is that this is further out than where I wanna write. And I can actually go in and lasso each of these in a minute. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just drawing these really quickly and then making sure that handwriting only is turned on. And I can fine tune this a bit and just bring it to the bottom. Okay, and I haven't programmed all of these in here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come to my brush pen, despite all my frustrations with that, and I'm just going to write the days of the week. And you can always do this in a fun font. And I'm not taking the time to make it perfect brush lettering. I'm kind of going for like a sort of more sloppy, rushed, imperfect look. I find that the strokes in Goodnotes are far more forgiving if you do things quickly, or if I were to take my time, it gets really jumbled. Okay, so I'm content with that. I'm just going to delete these strokes. And I actually think that I want to keep this in white. So I'm just going to grab this and color it white. But then maybe I'll come down and I'll just remind myself to drink more water. And then I'm just gonna size this to fit in here. Maybe I'll be more motivated to use this, but probably not. I've decided I don't want this. But I definitely do want this note here. So we're just gonna copy this, paste it, and grab our image tool and resize this. Just make it fit in here nicely. Okay, and I'm gonna grab these flowers and I'm just going to copy them all and bring them over here. Okay, and I have a kind of weird plan here, but just stay with me. I'm going to come to my largest brush pen here and I'm just gonna kind of draw over this space. Doesn't have to be perfect, but basically I want the only color that's showing through to be this really dark shade. So now I'm just going to grab all of these and I'm just going to bring them over here and we're just going to size these up quite a bit. I'm gonna grab my image tool and I'm just going to start placing all the ones that are not the same color. And you can take a couple of those dark ones and put them like on the outer edge. It just will help kind of blend this together. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take these last couple and give them some homes out here. It sort of just looks like a bouquet of flowers. I'm okay with that though. Okay, that's a little weird, but it's okay, it's fine. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab, gosh, I really like this one. So I'm gonna grab this one and I'm going to copy it, paste this here. And I'm gonna come back to that brush pen, but I'm gonna do it in white. Oh, that's right, pod ideas at the top. So I had a podcast a while back and I was not creating, and so I would like to do that again, but we'll see. All right, so now I'm copying and pasting this creative juice here, just because it's so cute. And I think I'm going to move it over here into the corner, and then I'm going to grab this Doing My Zest. Maybe I will paste this here. And I actually think that I want this at the bottom. So what I'm gonna do to move all this, because I have so many stickers down here, I'm gonna grab my elements, tap on this white background and just move it. And then I'm going to grab all of this and just move it up. Grab my elements again, and then just tap kind of anywhere. Bring this back and just line it up and make sure none of the original background is showing through. And now I can grab my Doing My Zest sticker and maybe put it down here. And I think I'm going to make it a little smaller, and I'll add those little splashes around. I'm gonna grab these in yellow because there's not enough yellow in this design. And we're just gonna invert that. And then I'll add the pink, and I'm just kind of layering it, but offsetting it a bit so that it's got this cute little offset look. And now I'm just gonna go in and copy and paste these flowers, and I'm just gonna kind of place them randomly to sort of finish this off. Ooh, and I just remembered that I really wanted to put that rainbow on here. So maybe what I'm gonna do now is I'm just going to grab my white pen, come back to the ball pen. Looks like it needs to be in the medium size. I'm gonna trace over these letters as you've seen me do many times. Be reminiscent of the cheeky collegian font without actually typing it in and bothering with the sizing. Turn on handwriting only, cut this, grab my pen in this red color, and let's go ahead and make it bigger just to make it easier. And then we can grab our shape tool, size this. And if you want to be particular about the edges, now we can come in with our smaller pen and do the same thing, just like we did in the monthly setup. Grab your shape tool, tap the edge there, and then just line this up just to cover up those corners. That looks good. Now using my pen tool in the largest size, I'm just gonna color this in. I'm gonna tap and paste. Paste these on top. That S is a little wonky, but that's okay. I am going to come back to the sticker pack, turn on images, grab this rainbow that I'm in love with, copy, paste. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I think I want it a little small. So then the last thing I'm gonna do is just grab this June, copy it, and let's paste it. And I think I might have to just color in some of this background here. So what I'm gonna do is, we know that this background color is F8, F8, F8. So I'm just going to color this, and then I'm just going to paste this June sticker, make sure that E covers up just that edge there. Okay, and I think that's really cute. So the last thing is just to delete these from the inside. Actually, I really love this. I think this is super fun and playful, and I'm really excited to use it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Plan With Me video, and stay tuned for the daily Plan With Me, which will be coming soon. Thanks again for watching. You guys are the best, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Ha! I'm back. I forgot that I did not put the days of the week on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to navigate to May, and I'm going to choose one of these weeks, and I'm just going to grab my lasso tool, turn on text boxes only, and I'm just going to copy these text boxes. I'm going to come back to June, come back to this week, paste, and just put those in there. All right, now I'm officially done. That's it. So if you do want to see how I did that, how I made those originally, I will put a link to the original video where I created those in the first place. But other than that, that's everything. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and officially goodbye. I will see you next time. Bye!